Most famous wrestler of all time, the guy I idolized growing up, was in the WWF, the WCW, the WWE. He was the last champion of WWF and the first champion of WWE when they changed over names. That's how iconic this guy is. Passed away this week. Really, really sad for wrestling fans. Really, really sad for the collecting community. Incredible documentaries that you should definitely watch on Netflix about whether it's Hulk Hogan or Vince McMahon. Really highlight how Hulk Hogan changed the WWF, how he helped create and launch WCW, and then obviously WWE became what it is today. We're all going to miss him. But since his passing, many of his cards have increased in value and sales volume. A month ago, his 1985 Topps WWF PSA 9 with a pop count of 225 was selling for between $400 and $600. One this past week just sold for $1,500. We're talking about a 300% increase in price. Now, Hulk's 1982 rookie card has a PSA population of less than 600, with 0 PSA 10s in existence. In June, his 1982 Wrestling All-Stars PSA 9, which only has a pop count of 19, sold for $103,000 at Golden Auctions. And that was only a month before his passing. So, Ethan, the question is, how long does the Hulkmania card increase last? Do you think that Hulk Hogan is going to now the floor be $1,500 on these $400 to $600 cards?
He's going to go probably down more than he was before because people just overbought him, and now we're going to dump him in 3 months when they forget about Hulk Hogan. He's not the only wrestler who passed away. Like Andre the Giant, who's equally a superstar, his cards don't do that much. Like there's wrestlers who died in ring, like or not in ring, like at the time when they were playing, like Umaga, Chris Benoit. Like look at the other day, Willie Mays passed away a couple months ago, who's honestly arguably the best baseball player of all time. And he only had like a 10-20% increase that fell off right away. Don't just deathmonger buy cards and expect like, oh, he's going to die soon, this card's going to go up and sell it. Like, that's just not cool. Like if you really wanted to do an investment, you can go buy Ric Flair cards. He's not going to last much longer. You may make 10-20% of your money and then lose it all in the next couple of months. You're not going to go sell all your Hulk Hogan cards in 1 week. It's not that easy to be liquid. Like, say you knew Hulk Hogan was going to die. You bought 10 Ricky cards. He passes away. You got a week to sell those things. There's not 10 guys who are going to do stupid buys in this hobby.
I agree and disagree with you. I will agree with you in terms of you only have a week or two to capitalize. And it's a horrible thing to say, by the way, capitalize on somebody's death. Right?
I hate it. I don't support this whatsoever.
Number one. Number two, I don't think Hulk Hogan should be compared to Chris Benoit, Andre the Giant, or Ric Flair. He's like in a league of his own. It's like The Rock and Hulk Hogan on top of the wrestling, and maybe John Cena. Maybe you could argue a couple other guys, but like Andre the Giant's not in there, Chris Benoit's not in there, and Ric Flair. While Ric Flair is an incredible wrestler, not on the same tier as Hulk Hogan. So, but I do like the Willie Mays comparison. Willie Mays, arguably one of the best baseball players ever, only saw a 10 to 20% increase after he passed away. Listen, unfortunately, if you wanted to invest and you had information that a athlete or player was going to pass away, buying their cards, and not just cards, memorabilia, autographs, whatever it is, 6 months before, a year before, leading up to their death, yes, there's going to be an increase in the sales right after they die, after the announcement. How long that lasts, I don't know. There's a very funny Entourage episode where Sandy Koufax is about to pass away, and they have inside information on it, and they go to an auction house to like bid on this signed baseball, right? So this isn't like new this year, this whole racket, so to speak.
No, if you have money, go put your money into a death pool. Like sports cards is not your way to make money off people dying. Like I honestly think if you're above the age of 60 and you pass away, I don't even think there's that much of a spike because you're that old. We're expecting it to happen. Like Kobe Bryant's situation is different. We were expecting another 40 years of autographs and cards for Kobe Bryant. The fact that I got cut out of nowhere, like that spiked up. But also, I'm a big Randy Moss collector. Last couple months, Randy Moss was on the edge of passing away. He was very ill. And his cards went up a little bit, but I'm not selling my Randy Moss cards if he's getting sick or if he dies. People who have Randy Moss cards and have Hulk Hogan cards aren't going to sell them after they die. They're going to keep them for life.
No, and honestly, like this is the difference between people who are trying to make money and people who collect, obviously, and then also people who invest, right? Like you can buy a card and act like you're a collector, and you hold that card for 10 or 20 years, and then, by the way, what do you call that person? Somebody who collects a card for 10 years and then with the intention of selling it, like you could easily say you're a collector, but maybe you bought that as a long-term investment. So. There's all these different variations. I think we're really talking about flippers, somebody who would buy this card 6 months before, anticipating his death. It happens, sells the card that week, spikes. Now, again, I think that you have to buy cards that are extremely desirable. Like the cards we're talking about here, his WWF PSA 9 1985 pop 225. So that's obviously going to sell. 82 rookie card, pop less than 600. That's obviously going to sell. 82 Wrestling All-Star. Pop 19. I mean, 103K, by the way, that sold a month before his passing. The previous sale of that card was 132,000. So my question is, if that guy relisted that, what does it sell for, number one? And number two, like, do you see that card at 103 grand being worth more a year, 2, 3 years from now because now he has passed away?
It's going to go for slightly more, but the Hulk Hogan audience is still going to be the same people who bought the card beforehand. Like, for example, Ozzy Osbourne just passed away. I know nothing about Ozzy Osbourne. Do I like him a little more than I did last week? For sure. But I'm not going to go out and buy all of his cards. The Hulkamanias are already owning those cards. They're not new to this. Hulk's been around for 50 years, he signs in every product. Like if you wanted to be a Hulk guy, you've already got your stuff. The only time that changes would be if you're younger and people think you're going to live longer and they're like, oh, I'll get it eventually. And then it happens.
You don't know that much about Ozzy Osbourne, right? But you like him a little bit more after he passed away because now maybe you went to Spotify and you search some of his songs and you're like, oh, I do know Iron Man, or I do know Crazy Train, or I do know a bunch of these songs. These are legendary, iconic songs. That's what happens, though, with memorabilia and cards, right? The average guy, sure, he might not spend all of his money on Ozzy Osbourne, but the average guy is going to search for him, right? And that increase in demand in the market, which is just really eBay searches for Hulk Hogan. If last week there was only 50 people watching a Hulk Hogan bid, right, or auction, and this week there's 200 people, that's just naturally going to increase the price because more people want it. So, again, I don't disagree with that the Hulkamania audience is still the Hulkamania audience, but that week, that month, that small amount of time, more people are searching the cards. And I think that's what we try to cover on this show is when do these pockets of time happen? And it doesn't have to be death. Again, the NFL season is coming around. There are going to be 3-4 week pockets of different players during the season where people are like, this guy's winning the MVP, this team's winning the Super Bowl, like they're 6-0. Do you know how many teams went 5 or 6-0 in the NFL and didn't win the Super Bowl?
A lot.
A lot, dude. A lot. But that doesn't change the market's reaction to it and the demand for that particular player. It's all, what have you done for me lately? It's all player performance. In this case with Hulkamania. Listen, if Hulkamania had existed in today's market and Hulk Hogan was 30 years old doing what he did back then right now, like it's kind of like Logan Paul, right? But way bigger, right? Like way bigger in the wrestling space. Hulkamania, Hulk Hogan was the equivalent of Shohei Ohtani to baseball to wrestling.
Yeah.